So, hello there everyone and welcome, it is Niran here, and today it is time for me to bring you episode number 6 of our FIFA 18 Bournemouth career mode here, and we've got another 3 games for you. By Jingo has this series been, I can't believe I've just said by Jingo. By God, we'll go with that, as this series been very entertaining so far, and we'll be hoping that continues into this one. If this is the first episode you've seen, then you're a little bit late, but it's fine. I will forgive you, and I'm sure everyone will forgive you as well. But you can check out an annotation at the top right of the screen, showing you the rest of the playlist of this series, so you can just get a little bit of context of what's going on, and what has been the story of the series so far. The general series, though, is we've been doing the general story is we've been doing pretty well. We currently sit 3rd in the league going into this episode, and I'm showing you the table again because I forgot to edit my face cam out of the way of the points tallies. So you can see that Manchester City are top on 16, ahead of Watford on 15, and then it is ourselves on 14, followed by Spurs and Leicester rounding out the top 5. Anyhow, if you guys go on to enjoy this video, then make sure to slap a like on it and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Those things help me out massively, and we hit 45,000 subscribers recently, which is insane. So thank you guys ever so much for that. It is a huge achievement, and yeah, just you're all just heroes. I want to just kiss you all on the foreheads. It's amazing. Anyway, that quite frankly isn't what I'm here to do. I'm here to entertain you all, and we're going to start doing that by getting into some training. Now, last episode we suffered an injury to one of our most promising players, being Ryan Sessegnon. He's out for 3 weeks with a sprained knee, and he was currently being trained, so we've got to move things around a little bit. Ben Brereton, the man we brought in from Nottingham Forest, he is being trained and has actually gone up to 68 here, and he's now being trained along with Lewis Cook, Mitchell Weiser, and Connor Mahoney, who was a standout player last time. And speaking of standout players from last time, you guys voted for Joshua King as your player of the episode from last time, which means he'll be playing every single game of today's video. It was only a matter of time, really, wasn't it, realistically, given how well he's been performing. He's also been improving in terms of attributes as well. He's gone up by 1 to 78. So hopefully his good form will continue to see him growing as a player, not just in terms of form, but also in terms of ability as well. Now, speaking of growth, you can see in the background who has been growing the most in terms of overall attributes, and Ben Brereton and Ronaldo Vieira, both who are new signings coming in the summer, have gone up by a total of +2, and you can see in the background the other players that have gone up by 1 in the team as well. Josh King, who we just touched upon, Callum Wilson, Adam Smith as well, Lewis Cook is up by 1 to 72, Rafinha up by 1 to 77, Nathan Ake, as well as Simpson, Hinman and Jordan when it comes to the younger players, Ryan Fraser, our right midfielder, Connor Mahoney, Ryan Sessegnon as well, despite it being injured, has also gone up by 1. Good news on the money front, one of the players that was for sale during the summer transfer window but didn't sell was Reece Wiggins, and he has now agreed to join QPR. We're outside of the transfer window, but you can still agree to do transfers, and he has now gone for 550,000. We'll only get that money though when the actual transfer window starts. So game 1 of this episode is about to get underway, and we are away from home at Wembley against Tottenham for this one. Obviously, for those that don't know, Tottenham are going to be playing at Wembley at home for the season, so it's a first trip to Wembley for us. Jordan Ibe and Tyrone Mings are into the side again, just testing their ability in the squad compared to some of the players who've been playing before them, and Jermaine Defoe will be facing his old team. We'll see if he can score against the club that he's spent so many years and scored so many goals at. So we step out onto the grass then for the first time here at Wembley, and you can see that going into this one, both sides are in the top 6, perhaps not in the order that you would expect them to be in. I literally have no idea why we're playing in our alternate kit, given I'm pretty sure neither our home nor away kit actually clashes with Tottenham's kit, but it's fine. Whatever the FA seem fit, that's fine. Regardless, we're going forward. We've got a chance actually early on in this game, but a great challenge coming in from Wanyama. Llorente back towards Ali, back into Llorente now. Ali, Son, great passing play here. Still Dele Ali running through towards goal. Will he cut back? Good challenge from Mings to slow him down. It's still Ali now into Son. Steve Cook though with a challenge just as Son was about to pull the trigger. Josh King trying to make the turn. It's still Josh King. Still Josh King. Rafinha's in some space. It's Rafinha and it's wide. It was a very tight angle for the Brazilian from that point. Out on his, I think, weaker foot there being his left foot. Rafinha into Vilhena. He's going to try and give that back to Rafinha. Let's go on attacking and see what happens there. Nice little back heel there from Rafinha. Now into King. That's Defoe. Jordan Ibe is in some space over on the right-hand side. And a brilliant challenge from Ben Davies to deny Ibe just as he's taking the shot. Attacking-wise, they haven't really done all that much, to be honest. They've had a few chances where we've shut them down with some very good defending, but I'd have expected more. This maybe is their chance. That's Sissoko into Dele Alli. And the half volley, I think it was full volley actually, is wide. Still Llorente. Nathan Ake's trying to get it off him. Son back into Llorente. Again, good save from Begovic. Can we clear it off the line with Lamela? Oh, it's hit the post from the Argentinian. There was someone on the line. I think it was Tyrone Mings was there to try and clear it anyway. And now we can go forward on the counter-attack. It's Jordan Ibe. We're on ultra-attacking. Jordan's going to try and cut back. He's got Harry Arter for support, but Dyer intercepts to Ronaldo Vieira. Seems like Tottenham have got a little bit more urgency about them, but so do we now. Arter plays that one out towards Jordan Ibe, who cuts back into Arter, now to Callum Wilson, and the shot is there, saved by Michel Vorm. Wilson, now to Defoe, this is probably our last chance. Arter playing it through, it's made it through to Jordan Ibe. Arter's making the run in behind, it's Harry Arter, he's put it over the bar in the final minute of the game. How on earth has he missed that? How, my God. Oh my God, that's actually the miss of the series. That is actually the miss of the series. Oh, that could have been it. That could have been it, and it flipping should have been it as well. Harry Arter misses an amazing chance at the end of the game to win it for us, and it's a third draw in a row, a second goalless draw in a row. So Nathan Ake is your man of the match. I think that's pretty fair. He was very, very solid at centre-back and probably says all you need to know about the game, generally speaking. Tyrone Mings, very good rating for him as well at 7.7. Same for Harry Arter, who did play very well, but his game will be defined by that massive miss in injury time right at the end of the game. Time for game 2 then of this episode, and hopefully we can actually return to winning ways, because it's been quite some time in the league anyway. We won a cup game last episode. We want to get back to winning ways in the league, and we'll be hoping to start that up against Stoke City away. The squad is pretty changed actually from the one that faced Spurs. Ryan Fraser, Lewis Cook and Callum Wilson are back into the starting 11. We've also got Charlie Daniels coming back in for Tyrone Mings, though Mings was very good in that game. Charlie Daniels is also getting his chance to try and prove why he should be a left back too. Ironically, it's looking like a pretty warm and dry day in Stoke rather than the cold and rainy one that you would tend to expect these days, as Steve Cook leads the Bournemouth side out onto the pitch, followed by Asmir Begovic and Mitchell Weiser. It is pretty sunny on this October afternoon, and there is Jeff Cameron leading out our opposition, Daniels and Rafinha. Now into King, Wilson for support, run being made there by Lewis Cook. Can we finish? Yes we can. Lewis Cook gives us the lead after, what, 15 minutes in this game, and has decided to dab. That is fantastic, Lewis. Whatever floats your boat, Sonny Jim. But after 12.5 minutes, Lewis Cook gives us the lead. It's a pretty simple goal. It's a pretty simple Niran goal, quite frankly. There's been countless of these on this channel over the last 2 years. This time, though, Lewis Cook is the man to get the goal, and I think that is his first of the series. So fair play to the ex-Leeds man. Though here comes Stoke. Shaqiri into Berahino. Can we please keep hold of this lead? Oh my word, we wouldn't have done had it not been for a tremendous save from Asmir Begovic, the man who won the first player of the episode of this series, prevents Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting. Anyway, this is Vilhena trying to play that into Rafinha. It's Rafinha with the shot and the save from Butland. Jack Butland then tipping it over for a corner. So good effort as well from Rafinha, but sort of straight at him before this transfer window. Cook, though, has played that through towards Callum Wilson. Can we grab a second goal? Wilson goes down, and no penalty. Wow, that looks, I'm not going to lie, that looked a little bit suspect. He's lent into the back of him, hasn't got the ball. As Wilson's going to strike it, he catches Johnson's calf, goes down. It's a penalty to me, and it's last man and red card, but that could be a game changer. Hopefully it isn't. That'll probably be the end of the half's action, to be honest with you, although Stoke are coming forward now, so potentially not. Jeff Cameron in towards Berahino. Berahino's through, but he's passed it to Allen, and then out wide to Shaqiri. Why has Berahino passed that? It's still Shaqiri who grabbed the ball back. This is to Cameron, now to Joe Allen. It's through to Berahino again, and the save from Begovic. I was all over the place defensively there. Begovic with yet another vital save. Stoke with yet another big chance in the game. Now to Cook. That's Wilson. Goes for the 1-2 with the Stoke defender. It's Callum Wilson. He's hit the crossbar. Butland was completely rooted to the spot there. Amazing. Well, it wasn't even an amazing opportunity. It was out of absolutely nothing. But Callum Wilson almost giving us the lead with an amazing strike. This is Jesse Rodriguez. Hasn't got much in the way of support in the box, but he's gone past Nathan Ake. Vilhena. Oh my word. I think Vilhena did just about enough to put Jeff Cameron off, but that was a huge chance for Stoke. The reason I was shouting Vilhena was because I was like, he needs to make this slide tackle right now. Otherwise, we've got absolutely no hope of keeping this out. But I think he just about put Jeff Cameron off enough with the slide because there was no centre-backs there. This is Berahino trying to play that through towards Jesse Rodriguez, but it doesn't make it. Vilhena, that's into Rafinha. Now it is Callum Wilson. Trying to get some space. Looks as if he'd been fouled there. It's Lewis Cook back into Callum Wilson again. It's still Callum Wilson and he's somehow put that one wide. That is our biggest chance. I think it's only a matter of time now before Stoke start really chucking some players forward and hopefully that will leave some gaps open for us to exploit. This is Harry Arter. Over towards Mahoney. Great first touch. This is Connor Mahoney, but Butland is there. Oh, what an amazing first touch that was to get past the defender. This is Joe Allen into Zuma, who's up forward. Now it's to Smith. Good ball into Shaqiri. The save again, though, from Begovic and cleared away. How on earth is Begovic doing this? It's Peters. Cameron got Marnie or Mahoney or however you pronounce it all over him. King with an awful header though into Berahino. Now it's Shaqiri into Zuma but saved by Begovic. Oh my god, just kick it away, Asmir. It's all over and the stress has killed me, but we've won this game 1-0 somehow. How that didn't have more goals in, I think, to be honest, it should have been a draw. It should have been about a 3-3 draw with the amount of chances that both us and Stoke wasted. The man of the match was the only goal scorer, unsurprisingly. That was Lewis Cook with a 9.1. Callum Wilson gets himself an 8.8, and Ryan Fraser is the other player to delve into the 8 region. Well, I've just about recovered from the rise in blood pressure that the end of that game brought me, and we're back into a little bit of training. You can see that Ben Brereton is growing brilliantly. He's already gone up by 2, and he's now already on the way towards 69 overall. Junior Stanislas has decided that he's not a fan of this life anymore and he's being transfer listed. Ryan Fraser, Jordan Ibe and Rafinha have done the job. When I've played Stanislas, he's just seemed... You know when you have those players on FIFA, I don't necessarily mean in real life, but in FIFA, where they're just like, they don't really have a specialty. They don't have like a good pace or good dribbling or good passing. They just sort of average at everything and it just makes them play kind of badly overall. So it's time for the final game of today's episode and it's back to Carabao Cup action, or for those that don't know, what used to be the Capital One Cup or the League Cup. And it is the 4th round and we're up against Burnley for this tie, so fellow Premier League opposition, though we are still using this opportunity to chop and change and bring in some of the youngsters and give them a little bit of a chance. So there you can see the squad. We've got Artur Boruc coming in for his first game of the series with Tyrone Mings and Simon Francis into defence. Ryan Sessegnon is playing on the left hand side with Mahoney or Marnie at right mid and Ronaldo Vieira at central mid. Brereton will be partnering Josh King, who has to play given he was player of the episode last time. So a lot of youngsters in the side, and hopefully they can make an impact and get some goals potentially in this game. So this really is a good opportunity for a lot of these guys to get their name on the register, not that sort of register, on the good register, because they, you know, if they haven't maybe played many games, this is an opportunity for them to write their name into the book of players that I like to play, though Tyrone Mings very almost scored an own goal. That wouldn't have been very helpful for your cause, Tyrone, mate. I'm not going to lie. You played very well last time, but that's not going to help. Ake with the header away even. He's one of the more senior players in this side, and it's managed to find Josh King somehow, who's got Brereton with him for support. Might not need him though, given his very good pace here, Josh King. He's now got Tony Vilhena for support, and it's Tony Vilhena at the second time of asking. It is over the bar. The save from Tom Heaton there at first, after Brereton went to the back post. Unfortunately, it goes out for a goal kick as well. That's Mings. Now into Sessegnon, back to Vilhena again, who's had another chance in this football match. Doesn't get them very often. He's had 2 already. King into the box, but claimed by Heaton. That's Barnes. Oh my god, Simon Francis, what are you doing? It's Sam Vokes. and it is a goal for Burnley, and oh my word, Simon Francis, let's not be having any more of that, shall we? Sam Vokes gets the goal to give Burnley a 1-0 lead. I'm controlling Simon Francis, so obviously 50% is my fault, but how has he not locked onto the ball? I've locked onto it to go towards the ball, like before it gets to Sam Vokes. It's a risk, yes, but I expected him to lock onto it rather than just running away from the ball, which isn't ideal, of course. We are, though, behind. Hopefully not for much longer, though, because Brereton's thrown goal and we've scored straight away. 2 minutes later, and it doesn't matter at all because Ben Brereton gives us a goal back, and the number 39 scores his second goal of the save since joining from Nottingham Forest. The 18-year-old has got his goal. It's great link-up play between himself and King, taking the defenders out of the game, and a calm little finish with his left foot past Tom Heaton, and suddenly all of my annoyance has gone away. It's all dissipated completely. This is Goodmanson now, cutting in past Vilhena, now to Cork, now to Barnes, back to Cork again. Need to change to a player who's actually going to do something, and Brady scores. What Mitchell Visor? You have some sort of positioning ability, surely. Robbie Brady gives Burnley the lead back. Nothing Borrock can do. It's a very good finish from the Irishman. Great little ball in behind. But Mitchell Visor, you've got to be aware. He stops. He just stops. If he carries on running at full speed, he intercepts that. But he stops. He just starts jogging as if there's no one behind him. We need to find a response. This is Josh King against Ogbonna. He's cut inside as Josh King. This is the opportunity. It's fallen to Brereton and it is in again from Ben Brereton. Yes, my boy. He's doing bits again and we get an instant response again. It's a very, very simple goal. It's the easiest goal Brereton will score in his career, probably, as the shot, I think, was deflected from Josh King, which made it difficult for Heaton to keep a hold of, and then it spilled out to Ben Brereton. Josh King just being positive and making things happen. This is Josh King trying to fire that in towards Brereton. Good turn from Ben Brereton. The shot is a little bit wild, though. Good stuff from him. Tyrone Mings with a nice little interception. That's Brereton. Now into Josh King. Got the run coming in from Mahoney, who can cut inside. It's Connor Mahoney, and that was a very good effort trying to beat Heaton at the near post. It's a really good save from the Englishman. Ogbonna not doing a great job there defensively, and it's off the shin of Heaton and out for a corner. But again, you can see, that's what I'm saying. Mahoney, very positive. Vilhena into the box towards Ake. Headed away by Tarkovsky, but as far as Ronaldo Vieira, who's having a much better game than the last one that we saw him play. That's Francis. Now into Vilhena. Vieira making the run. It's still Ronaldo Vieira. Can he put a ball into the box? He can. It's towards Francis, and Francis has scored. Of all the people, Simon Francis gets us the goal. He's going to go and celebrate with the substitutes. Simon Francis, the captain for today, has given us the lead in this one, and it's Ronaldo Vieira who set it up. It looked so close to Tom Heaton's goal, but Francis has somehow got up the highest. Shout out there, though, to Ronaldo Vieira for creating that goal. Did a very good job to just get a little space against the defender and then put in a nice little dinked ball into the box for Francis to convert. So now into Vieira, who's got the run being made by Mahoney. What a ball that is from Ronaldo Vieira. Mahoney's got there. He's now got support in the centre. It's Mahoney. It's into Brereton. It's a wonderful save from Tom Heaton. That was phenomenal. I don't even... Why am I getting so gassed? It was against me. Ake then plays it calmly into Mahoney, who then does a very good job to find Josh King, who can burst away down this right-hand side. It's Josh King. He's got Westwood tracking him back, who's got fresher legs, but it's still Josh King. Can Josh King finish things off for us? It's just wide of the post. Marnie into Barnes. That's now into Vokes, who takes it past Ake into Barnes. And I thought for a second that was in. Got so many players forward here. This is Vokes now into Westwood, into Marnie, starting to panic. It's Goodmanson, back into Marnie, now to Vokes. Great challenge though from Francis and headed just wide by Goodmanson. But that is the end of the game. It ends 3-2 and we're through now to the next round of the Carabao Cup, which I believe might well be the quarter-final now. Sean Dyche, probably a little bit disappointed, especially given his side were leading twice in this game. We do come back to win it 3-2, thanks to a goal from Simon Francis, the captain, and of course, a brace for that man there, Ben Brereton. So it's no surprise really that Ben Brereton is man of the match in that one, and what a player we have seemingly got for just £1 million. 9.5 rating for him, 9.3 for Josh King, 9.2 for Simon Francis, who of course scored a goal to win us the game, 8.8 as well for Vieira, and an 8.4 for Mahoney, who I can't stress enough has been amazing in all the games we've played him. He is now genuinely a contender to be starting Premier League games. So here is how today's episode has affected the EPL table. Only 2 games played, of course, in the Premier League this episode, with our cup competition or cup endeavours going on at the end of it. But we are now back up into 2nd place after Watford slipped up. Manchester City, though, are top. I think 4 of the 5 wins we've actually accumulated so far this season have obviously, been on the slightly easier slider settings of Legendary or just standard Legendary. So we've got to take that position with a pinch of salt. Obviously, since then, we've only won 1, we've lost 1, and we've drawn 3. So our records since the sliders, which are obviously going to be kept the same, are a lot worse than what our actual league table standing would suggest. In the background now, though, you'll be seeing the Hall of Fame and all of the accolades involved. We've now got the highest overall player involved. That was suggested a couple of episodes ago, and hopefully some other statistics involved in there as well. Obviously the youngest goal scorer is still Ben Brereton, but he's now got 3 goals to his name. Hopefully when we get some Youth Academy graduates, there might be some challenges to that record potentially, but Brereton at the moment holds it. Josh King, I believe, is still a top goal scorer overall, and obviously all the transfer records are still the same. Nevertheless, though, I hope you guys have enjoyed that pretty action-packed episode. It was a bit of a slow burner after the 0-0 right at the start against Spurs, but a much more entertaining game against Stoke, and then a bit of a goal fest against Burnley to end things up here in this episode. Really having fun recording this series at the moment. Probably the most fun I've had recording FIFA career mode for a good 3 years now, since like FIFA 15. So really enjoying things, and I hope you guys are as well. If you have, then make sure to slap a like on the video and show that support that you guys have been absolutely chucking in my direction from all directions, all over the gaff recently. You guys have been doing an excellent job. It's just insane to see the support recently, so thank you guys ever so much. Subscribe if you're new to the channel as well. That always helps me out if you do enjoy the chat. If you do enjoy the channel, if you do enjoy the content and you are new to the channel, that's what I'm trying to say. Also though, as something I completely forgot, there probably have been the poll already actually earlier on, but whoever you think was your player of the episode, vote in the poll at the top right of the screen. Whoever wins will play every single game in the next episode. That'll be in the top right. There we go, got it right that time. Regardless of that though, on top of that, you can follow me on social media. My Twitter handle is on the screen. It is @theofficialfng, and my Instagram is exactly the same. Links to both of those are in the description. This has been a bit of an all over the place outro, so I'm just going to end things up quite abruptly now. But it has been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a wonderful day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.
Yo, Massappeals.
I roll out with some monsters. Looks like your team and you watchers. I do not roll with imposters. Sound like the man in the Oscars. I'm drunk off Henny and Fosters. I have a career, I am jobless. This bitch f me so hard, I might just end up unconscious. I like girls in lingerie, especially if it is crotchless. Bitch, I am the bigger picture. There is no way you can crop us.